Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We're in this month's event quest, January 2022. This is chapter 2.1. Sabretooth is the boss, and he has a node that we don't see very frequently. It's Super Buffet, and basically, if you have an armor, fury, power gain, regen, cruelty, a physical resist, unstoppable or unblockable, that will get consumed, he will actually apply that to himself and get a regen. It's got under pressure, so if you dash back twice you get a disorient, but it only stacks once, so it's not that terrible. Powerful, which means you cannot do any form of power manipulation on him. You can't power lock him, can't power steal, all that kind of stuff. You can see the damnation on Cosmic Ghost Rider did not prevent him from getting power. And then it's got Rich Get Richer and Indomitable. So Rich Get Richer, that's what I basically based how I went and attacked this fight. You can see that I applied the Odin pre-fights. So I got the aptitude, the protection, and the energy resist. And so I'm always going to have more buffs than him. Or generally speaking, because he can't steal enough of them, and it's gonna keep giving me power. And then Cosmic Ghost Rider, he just does his thing, nukes him down. So I'm gonna use a similar strategy for pretty much all my fights. I don't have an Odin as a 5 or a 6 star. The 4-star works. He's just a synergy slot. Cosmic Ghost Rider, I think I used him for pretty much every single fight on the map, with exception to like a fight or two for Apocalypse to get charged up. So you can see here we put the Odin pre-fights on. That's going to allow the Rich Get Richer node to benefit us and basically constantly get power gain. We don't have to worry about Sabretooth getting a ton of power. And yeah, so then we're gonna apply, we're not, I thought I was going with Cable. We're not going with Cable. We're going in with Apocalypse. We do have Cable for this synergy to give him 4 genetic code right out the gate. And we're going to be gaining power quite a bit the whole fight because I have those buffs. And they are not the buffs that get nullified that are on the list of the Super Buffet. So I don't really have to worry about those. So I get my special 1 off. I'm going to heavy refresh the weakness and the poison from that special 1. Hit him with a special 2. So now we have all 4 of his debuffs on, doing some nice damage. And kind of whiff on the first part of the heavy. Luckily it connected. I thought I was going to get the right spacing on that. Didn't. But you can see I'm gaining power. But right there I dexed in it twice and it removed the aptitude and it removed the protection. I'm not sure if I would have dexed again if it would have removed that shock resist buff or not. So be aware of that. I think that seems like it's a bug because it consumed both the precision crit from the dex plus another buff, and he didn't get them. But oh well, doesn't really matter. We still have 1 buff. He has 1 buff. And so when that is the case, neither will gain power. But then once his fury is gone, we will gain power. And boom, we finish him off with a special 2. That's all she wrote. So Apocalypse, pretty solid option. With all those debuffs on and with I have max to spare, blocks a lot of the regen that he can get. And yeah, so he goes down. So next we have we're gonna go in with the Overseer. So I just ranked him up recently. I'm gonna have him as an option for attack in Alliance War. I really like him. I like Thing, and they both have a lot in common. And yeah, so I like Overseer as well. So we're going to put on the pre-fights from Odin again. And the nice thing about the Overseer, he is nullify immune. So buffet, super buffet, it doesn't matter. And the main reason why I put on the Odin stuff is just so that I can get power constantly from the Rich Get Richer. I mean, look at my power bar, it's just shooting up, which is really awesome. So I want to be able to launch specials when I have 3 or more of the gamma built up. You're going to see that I'm gaining so much power that when I get almost to a special 3, I still hadn't gotten two gamma power, or 2 gamma charges. So boom, there we go. We get them to a third special one. We get the gamma. Now we're going to we get the cosmic mode activated. And so now we're going to be able to get some of that passive energy damage going. And we just get to keep spamming specials. And this is just a lot of fun. We got the regen. We got the Furies going. And Sabretooth, he cannot take those. He cannot benefit from those from the super buffet because the Overseer is nullify immune. So it's really cool. And now we're going to throw off a special 3 after he throws that. So other good options would be to use Thing. Thing would be a good option. Red Guardian and Spider-Man 2099, they would be decent, but you can't apply the Odin prefights to them because they are buff immune. And Sabretooth, he will have a Fury pretty much the whole entire fight, and that means the Rich Get Richer would be benefiting him. So that'd be, you know, still obviously can be done. It's just probably not ideal, because if you get stingy with throwing the specials, then you could possibly get L3'd. But just look at the damage, pretty solid. Kind of get some stun locking going in there with the special ones and that power gain, and 100 hits. But it was pretty easy. It was a pretty easy and quick 100 hits. Overseer takes down Sabretooth, so that was a lot of fun. Next up, we're gonna go in with my man Sunspot. Sunspot is gonna burn this dude to the ground and end with a full yellow bar and do a crazy crap ton of damage really quick, prevent him from regenning, from having all the debuffs on. And again, I'm applying the Odin prefight so I can get those buffs so that I can benefit from the Rich Get Richer. I'm going to apply the Apocalypse Horseman prefight so that Sunspot can become a horseman, and if I happen to get tagged, or if I was to get tagged with like a special 1 or a special 2 and I would bleed, I would not take the bleed damage because I will basically heal from it, from willpower. So here we go. So we're going to go in and just do some short combos, dash back, parry, suck in the incinerates into the heavy, and release with a special 1. And we're just going to keep repeating that. And you can see I'm gaining power really fast. 1 from Rich Get Richer, and then 2, when you hold your heavy and you suck back in those incinerates, you also gain power. So I've already thrown 4 special ones. I can just block, parry block that, take no damage. There we go, we throw off another one, and I think on this one, yeah, special 2 with 5 flare states, lights out, game over. Super easy fight, super quick. Sunspot, love that dude. He is super fun to use. And then last up, we're gonna go in with my man Human Torch. I'm not gonna be able to use this guy in War this season, I think, like ever. So I'm kind of sad about that. I really like using him, but he's gonna probably be banned most of the time. But we're gonna apply the Odin prefights so I get buffs and get constant power gain. I'm gonna apply Mr. Fantastic prefights. Now the Petrify is not gonna do anything because he's immune to power manipulation with the powerful node, but I'm just kind of throwing it on there as a debuff because I will at the beginning get the power stings because I do have She-Hulk on the team with Mr. Fantastic, and then I am going to apply the Flame On prefight for Torch. So tons of prefights, awesome synergies, and we're gonna melt this guy down. We're gonna do a lot of heavies, which maybe normally I I don't do, mainly because I typically have Thing on the team and my temperature can get pretty high, but this guy doesn't have any form of energy damage or anything like that to help build up my temperature, so I have to do it manually. And I do want the Nova Flames to last as long as possible. And I'm just blocking that because you saw in the Apocalypse fight when I did Dex, it was consuming some of the Odin buffs, so but no big deal. A lot of medium, light, mediums, heavies, and then from that Rich Get Richer, we just keep getting pushed to Special 2 really easily. We stun him, we're getting some nice damage, we're preventing his healing. We're not reversing it because of the Indomitable, but we're getting some nice damage. We're just gonna block the L2, go back into our L2, and then medium, light, medium, medium, light, medium. Got a ton of Nova Flames on him. We've been refreshing those Mr. Fantastic debuffs, and we get the kill. So burnt to a crisp. So if you have Odin, bring him on the team. You can pretty much use anybody, and it really helps to manage the fight and get a ton of power gain, have a lot of fun. So hopefully this helped give you some ideas. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.